What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we are checking in from Seattle, Washington. We are here for Sony Kando 2025. Sony Kando is arguably the best trip of the year. And before we do anything else, let me show you guys around the room because this view is pretty insane. All right, so once you get into the room, this is what we're working with, all right? So over here, nice little walkway area, straight into the bathroom over here. Looking good, looking nice. This little shower tub over here. Nice large bathroom, looking good. Then over here, we got a small little kitchen area, which is great. And then head into the main room. I mean, check this out. King size bed, couch over there, desk, because we already know we're gonna be in the lab for sure. TV, my own fireplace, closet over there, and then check out this view. I mean, this is insane. And check out, I feel like I have the best seat in the house here. We got the Sony Kando sign right down here, overlooking the pool. The mountains, these are mountains, right? This is crazy. All right, so huge shout out to Sony. This is an unbelievable room. This resort, hotel, whatever you want to call it, seems insane. The views are ridiculous, but basically just got in, honestly, long travel morning, 4.5 hour flight from Chicago to Seattle. And then we had an 1.5 hour drive from the Seattle airport to wherever this resort is out in the middle of nowhere. But the views look amazing. So as far as today goes, this is just kind of the travel day. People kind of arrive at different times throughout the whole day. So I'm gonna kind of get a little refreshed here. I'm gonna head down to the lobby, go get like the welcome package. They usually have like a bag for us or something like that with some Sony stuff. But then there's really nothing else on today's calendar other than dinner tonight and kind of getting together with everyone. So I'm gonna get settled in and then I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. But yeah, this view is insane. So huge shout out to Sony. This is gonna be a fun week. All right, so just made it back to the room. We got our Sony Kando swag bag. As always, let me show you guys what we got in here this time, all right? So first up, we have this really nice kind of, I guess I'd call it like a tote bag, but I believe it converts into a backpack. But I kind of like that it's a tote bag. I have enough backpacks as is, but it's from the brand called Wondered, which I feel like they always hook up the Sony events. So very cool. And then inside, let's see what we got. First up is a Sony Alpha hoodie with the Sony Alpha on the sleeve. Can never have too many hoodies. A mystery box, camera accessory from Condor Blue. So that's cool. Next, we got a pair of Sony Alpha socks. Fire. Sony Kando t-shirt. Not bad, not bad. More Sony Alpha socks. By the way, you might hear a little bit of thunder. It's actually starting to storm right now over these mountains. It's actually beautiful. Got a water bottle right here. I think there's actually a place for us to get these engraved. Some Element, or what I like to call Element Tea. Shout out to Big Rob, which is good. Need a little hydration after flying all day. Kando Trip bag. This would be good to, I don't know, put in, I don't know, wet clothes. Sony Alpha notebook. And then last but not least, we got an 82 millimeter Polar Pro filter, the Short Stash everyday filter. Shout out to the GOAT. Somehow Garrett just comes up in every single one of my videos now. I'll send him a photo of that because I don't know if he knows those are in there. And then I grabbed a bunch of stickers as well. So shout out to the Sony fam. This is honestly an unreal location and I'm very grateful to be here. This is actually my third Kando in a row that I've had the pleasure of being part of, which is pretty incredible. Being, invited to these Sony events was always a dream of mine. And I know whenever I post any content around these events, a lot of other people say that same thing, but I don't take it for granted at all. It's very much an honor to be here. And I'm just stoked to be appreciated from a brand that I love. And that, I also support and I make a lot of content on. So yeah, happy to be here and just good vibes all around. Excited to kind of see everyone and hang out. But check out this view right now. It's literally, like I said, it's raining now. And I'll tell you what, it is so quiet here compared to Chicago. It's like unreal how quiet it is. And also, for anyone who's wondering, I am actually filming on the Laowa 10mm, at least so far. I don't think I'm gonna film the entire video on this, but it's just kind of fun. Recently picked it up. If you guys haven't seen that last video, it's a really fun lens. But yeah, I'm on the FX3 with the 10mm, the Sony ECM microphone, and that's kind of the setup I'm rocking, at least right now. So as far as the rest of the evening goes, I believe we just have a kickoff dinner where it's really just kind of like everyone getting together finally. Everyone's kind of done traveling for the day, have food, hang out, whatever. So I'm actually going to freshen up real quick. Long day of traveling, 5-hour flight followed up by like a 2-hour drive. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little refreshed here. And actually, if you guys did see that last vlog where I was testing the 10mm and getting a tattoo, I actually still have my second skin on, like the Sanoderm on my tattoo. I wanted to leave it on while I was flying because airplanes are gross. So I'm actually going to shower and take this thing off. So we're gonna have a nice fresh raw tattoo. But at this point it's been 5 days, so it's gonna be in a pretty good healed spot by now. But yeah, gonna stop yapping, gonna shower real quick, and I'll check in with you guys before I head out for the evening. Whoa, did you hear that thunder? I don't know if you could hear that. It's kind of crazy. All right guys, so feeling refreshed, ready to go for the evening. All right, so just put on a fresh little fit, little Lab Culture cream and black up top. This is actually just a sample Lab Culture shirt. Testing out a new blank for a future drop. Just has the creative unit print on here. Will represent joggers. Nigel Sylvester Better With Time Jordan 1 lows. I'm wearing these shoes like every single day right now. Whoop 5.0, that thing doesn't leave my body. And then took off the smartwatch and put on the Seiko 5 for the watch this evening. Oh, and I can't forget, gotta put on the chain. So yeah, honestly, right now, just kind of getting ready before headed out to dinner. Say what's up to people I know, meet some new people as well. So it should be a pretty good time. So here's the deal though. Most of the time, these types of dinners, I always end up taking a camera and then regret it because I never really like to film people eating, and also it's kind of the time to hang out and meet people. So I might grab a couple iPhone clips, but honestly, I feel like we're gonna get into the good stuff tomorrow. So I might grab a couple clips on my phone. Either way, I will check in with you guys either late today or first thing in the morning, because I think we got some cool stuff going on tomorrow. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. All right, what's up fam? So good morning. We are right now walking to the gym. I didn't know the gym was in a different building. They gave me a map to get there because we're on like, I don't know, a resort with a bunch of different buildings. So you can tell, got a little innie in my hand. Trying to stay on the grind during this trip. So up early, catching sunrise. About to go get a quick little lift in. Still not running for a few days with my leg. Yeah, it's actually beautiful out, extremely quiet this morning. Gonna get a quick workout in before the day gets started. So let's see what this gym is all about. All right, guys, so got back from the gym. Actually got a nice little workout at their little resort gym. It was actually pretty nice. Grabbed a quick bite after that, then just showered up, changed real quick because I'm headed off to the first excursion that I signed up for. Don't mind the room, it's absolutely wrecked right now, but I actually signed up for an excursion. We are going on like an ATV adventure. So no idea what to expect, but I know a few other homies that are going to be doing it. So it should be a really good time. But as always with these types of events, I have 7 minutes to get down to the lobby. So I'm going to throw on, I got this unreleased long sleeve sample. This will not be the design on it, but we are doing a long sleeve here probably pretty soon after this video. And then a little unreleased camo hat as well, because I don't really know what the weather's gonna be. So I have like a cutoff underneath this. Going with some joggers, and then also, actually, let me show you real quick. This is why I'm late, because I do stuff like this when I have 7 minutes to go downstairs. But I'm gonna be rocking these today, little Jumpman jacks. If you know, you know. But this is the entire shoe lineup that I brought with me. So I got those, because we might get dirty. They're already dark. The Brick by Bricks, you already know. Probably my sneaker of the year still. Nigel Sylvester, Better with Times. I absolutely love these. And then last but not least, because we are working out, staying active, we got the Nike Vomero 18s. I absolutely love these. And those were the 4 pairs I brought with me. Always a tough decision. So I don't really know what to expect for this ATV thing, but I'm switching over to the Osmo Pocket 3. Sorry, Sony. Just because I don't know, I think we're driving an ATV, so like how could I bring the FX3? I don't want to mess this thing up. And like, I don't think I can hold it. So I'm gonna throw the Osmo Pocket 3 in like a crossbody bag. I'm gonna bring you guys along with me, see what kind of clips I can get, but should be a good time. So I'm gonna head down to the lobby, see what this thing is all about. All right, so just got fitted for our helmets. About to go hit the ATVs right now. Don't really know what to expect. Should be a good time though. Got a solid crew with us. Let's get to it. All right, so took a little break up top of this mountain, I guess. Got a little water, a little chips. This is probably one of the coolest excursions I've done at any of the Sony events. But we're rolling deep. We got the crew out here. Pretty sick.
Oh, very delicious lunch right here. Nice and nutritious, you know what I'm saying?
Dairy's making me want to hit the gym right now. I gotta hit some more curls. All right, so we just got done. That was super fun, super fun. But we are all completely disgustingly dirty, and we're about to go to the lunch right now. But that was really fun. Shout out to Sony for that. All right, guys, so quick little debrief here. So the ATV event, that was so sick. I know I was recording most of it on my Osmo, or honestly, it ended up being mostly on my phone just because we're obviously pretty mobile. I regret not bringing something where I could have like clamped it on or have like a 360 cam or something, but it still was just awesome overall. So hopefully you guys liked some of those clips in there. Like I said, that was easily my favorite activity that I've ever done at any Sony event. So huge shout out to Sony. That was so much fun. I feel like I need to buy an ATV now. But anyways, been in the lab for the last couple of hours. It's always a thing with some of these longer trips. You still got to get a little bit of work done, or at least get out some content, you know, of some sort. So I had to get a couple things done on my laptop, and then I actually had potentially a very exciting phone call. So we'll see what happens with that. And then I didn't even have a chance to show you guys this, but if you know me, you know that on these trips, I usually do this because yes, I have a problem, but I ordered a case of energy to my hotel because we are in the middle of nowhere. But it's like you're waking up early, you're going to the gym, or you want like a little caffeine before the evening, stuff like that. It's just nice to have on hand, okay? So I went with some Strabango, but that kind of catches us up to now. So honestly, it is 4:57 right now, almost 5 o'clock, about to head down, see what everyone's up to. We have dinner in a little bit, just kind of hang out and chat. So I think I'm gonna bring the camera with me, at least right now, show you guys just some more of the stuff around, I guess, and we'll see what we get into. But yeah, today has been a massive W already. That was so much fun. We're out here with Mr. Tight Shirt.
Hey, the shirt is tight too.
Mr. Tight Shirt, Terry Warfield. Got to get a photo in front of the condo sign. Actually, there's one up there too. I don't know. We'll do this one first. About to take some photos.
Honestly, out of all of my condos I've been to, I think this is my 4th one. This is my favorite location. It's so scenic, man. It's beautiful. I'm about to start crying, dog.
Yeah, no, this location's pretty sick. I will say though, my first one, what was that, Snowbird in Utah?
Oh, Snowbird Horse Fire.
That one was pretty sick. Being on a mountain is hard to beat.
Yeah. Except for we couldn't breathe.
Yeah, that's probably why we're not on the mountain again. But this is sick. This is sick. All right, guys, so day 3 of Sony Kando. So right now, honestly, you guys haven't missed too much. Really, this morning, all I did was went and hit the gym again, had breakfast, then had to do a little bit of work, emails, that type of stuff. But right now, we are headed off to a couple things to finish off this morning. I have a focus group, and then also I have a focus group talking about a camera, and then I have one other thing that I think I'm filming with Sony, so about to head down to kind of the main area, see what we can get into. But you already know, this is saving my life right now.
Oh, what's up, dude?
What's up? What's going on?
JHawk.
Hey.
The boys.
Just getting coffee,
Flip it, lab culture.
You already know.
Get the new drop.
Wait, what do you guys think?
Condo. First condo, yeah?
Yeah, first one. Having a good time just talking to all the creatives. Obviously trying new gear and everything, which is dangerous for the pockets. But overall, just cool to talk to everybody, get some game, make some new friends. It's a vibe.
Thoughts? First of all, what are we sipping on?
I was just a little iced latte. Dude, you got the bricks?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Come on, that's crazy to be wearing out here.
Come on.
Man. No, it's amazing. I think like the coolest part for me is that you can like be talking to someone and you're like, oh, let me get your Instagram, let me see your work, and every single person that you meet is like the most killer photographer, and it's just insane. Like everyone here is so talented.
Yeah.
No, I think that's I think for me that's like the coolest part about this spot, because every person here is crazy talented. Even the list this year is smaller, which is insane. Right. So yeah, we met yesterday. We have a bunch of mutual friends. We've met before. Yeah. And then we get together and it's just homies hanging out.
What up? How we feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, bro. Sony Kando, 10 out of 10. You know how we vibing, man. Got my
What do
man
you think
check.
so far?
So far, it's amazing, to be honest. Vibes is great. Views is great. Weather, I don't know about the weather. 5 out of 10.
Feeling like fall.
It feels like fall. But, bro, this has been a great experience. Shout out to Sony. Shout out to Sony Electronics, Sony Alpha, man. Appreciate y'all.
We just sat down. We're doing a focus group for the RX1R Mark III, since we were in it a little bit earlier, tried it out, and share some of our thoughts, I believe, and give them some feedback. All right, so just wrapped up the focus group. It's really cool because I feel like at any of these events, they really take a lot of time to talk to the creators, how we use the gear, what we like, what we don't like, what we wish was in it. So this one was specifically about the RX1R Mark III that I used a few weeks ago. So I was brutally honest with them about everything, what I liked, what I didn't. They're so receptive about it. And I've been around long enough now, because I've been doing Sony events for like 3 years, is I've seen them implement things that we've specifically talked about in some of these focus groups, that what we'd like to see in different cameras in the future and fixes, etc. So always very cool. I mean, it's legit the people that designed it, engineered it, came up with the actual design, the inside, everything. Like the actual decision makers from Japan were here. So super cool. Always grateful to be part of that. But I figured now, because I haven't been able to show you guys around too much, I'll show you some of the other stuff kind of going on here. and what the rest of the kind of the spaces look like here at Kando. So let's go inside. So right here, they're inscribing names on water bottles. And this is some photo printing stuff going on over here. Then arguably one of the best places always is the gear checkout, where you can check out any Sony lens camera body you want, which is always awesome. Get your gear cleaned over here, drop it off, get it all cleaned. Over here is also the Condor Blue station. You got some different stuff you can check out and use from them. But this is arguably the best part. You can use anything you want. This is, I believe, just they're making some different sets where you can shoot with models and things to test out the gear. More focus groups in these. Then, you know what? I think it's lunchtime, so gonna grab some food. But check out this view. I mean, this is insane. So lunch is just over here right on the lawn. Let's see what we can get ourselves into here. All right, guys, so we're gonna have a bit of a chat here for a moment, okay? Found this beautiful spot right here. Got a little fire pit going on. We got the mountains behind us. It's kind of cool. This fire actually feels really good. But if you know me, and if you know this channel, and you've been around long enough to watch some of my previous Sony videos, specifically Kando and Sony events, there's always kind of usually some sort of a sentimental chat that happens throughout the video at some point. And this one's kind of special to me, if I'm being honest with you. This actually is my third Sony Kando I've been lucky enough to be part of. It's actually my first Sony Kando since quitting my full-time job and now, you know, making a living from myself, being a full-time content creator. And something about this one just kind of feels special, you know? I think a lot of times in the previous Sony Kandos and Sony events, a lot of it is focused around a new piece of gear. Maybe it's a new camera, maybe it's a new lens. In this week, there's actually no new products that dropped, which some people might be like, is that crazy? Why are they still getting you guys together? All this stuff. And I think that kind of proves what the magic of these events are actually about. The whole goal of it is to get a group of extremely insanely talented individuals together. Like legit, every single individual here is an unbelievable creator and is extremely talented in whatever their niche is. But to get all those types of creators under one roof, see how we use our gear, see what we like, see what we don't like, what we would improve, what we would change, have a chance to test out new equipment. Sometimes, obviously in the years past, is trying out other gear, new launches, or things we haven't seen before. But this year, since there's no secret, you know, device or product that's dropping, kind of brings it back to the core of what these events are actually all about. It all comes back to community and being around other like-minded individuals. And I think that's something that years ago, when I first saw Sony start doing these types of events, I knew it's something that I wanted to be part of. And I always dreamed of finally being able to be part of it. And I'll never forget that feeling of coming to my first Sony event and meeting some of these creators that genuinely are the reason why I started filming myself and started putting my own personal content out there into the world. And I'll never forget that first Kando is some of those people that I've looked up to for absolutely years. I had a few people come up to me. A few of those individuals told me they were a fan of my work or knew who I was or had seen my videos online or loved what I'm doing. And that's an insane feeling, which is funny because some of those individuals are legit now some very good friends of mine. I could text them if I wanted to right now, or they're literally upstairs at the event. And I've kind of been around long enough now. You know, I've been in the professional space for coming up on 15 years. I've been doing personal content now for 5 or 6. But you know, I've been around this space specifically long enough now. This event specifically, I've now had the honor of some people coming up to me, and I guess I've kind of had that sort of inspiration or influence on them. And that is a very surreal feeling. You know, I feel like I truly am still just getting started with this thing. Every single day I'm trying to get better and trying to figure it out, like any of us, right? Which I think is a refreshing part of these events, because we all kind of are. Even if someone has 10 followers or 10 million, every day we're just trying to figure it out and do our best. On top of that, just how many people have come up to me and talked about, you know, lab culture is so cool. They see it all over the place. They got to get a shirt or a hat or whatever. Or even, you know, lately, obviously I've gotten into fitness and drop some weight and stuff. And so many people have said encouraging words to me. So I guess just kind of in this chapter of life, there's obviously a lot of things going on. I've now been full-time a little over a year. And it's going better than I could have ever expected. But yeah, kind of going back to what I said is I truly also feel like we're just getting started. And I think this next 6 months or so is going to be pretty life-changing for multiple reasons. And I wish I could tell you guys everything about it right now, but you'll see it kind of unfold and everything happen. But to me, this one feels a little bit different. It kind of feels like not a turning point necessarily, but it just kind of feels like I guess kind of like a pat on the back or a little bit of a reassurance that I am on the right track and things are going the right way. I think a lot of people, judging on, you know, my messages and story reaction stuff that I've gotten on this trip, a trip like this, especially with a brand like Sony, is a bucket list item for so many people. And I guess I just want it to be known that it very much was a bucket list item for myself as well, and still was even up until this year, and still will be in the future. This is exactly why I got into what I did. It's not just because the cameras are cool and they make gear that I like to shoot photos and videos with, but it's the community aspect. It's listening to the creators. It's about trying to improve their life and their workflow and their content. And so I'm just extremely grateful to be here. I just kind of feel like I'm just reflecting a lot this year with how far I've come and how far I still want to go in the future. And I just want to, I guess, say thank you guys for allowing me to live this dream and live this life that, you know, I wanted for so long. And I think we still have a long way to go. I also think that's important to stop and reflect on this stuff every once in a while, because it's just so easy to get caught up in the fast pace of everything. So yeah, I really just want to say thank you guys, because without your support and love on everything I do, there's not a chance I would be here. I think the more and more I do this channel, I just want to stop and reflect on these things and really tell this story of what we're building together. So yeah, that's about it. Just want you guys to know I appreciate you. We're really just getting started, and yeah, very grateful to be here. Very thankful. Also, this view is insane. It's insane. It's actually cold, but this is really hot. This is really hot. As far as right now goes, I'm about to go change. I think we're headed off to dinner here shortly. Last night of Sony Kando. Last night, best night. So let's get it. All right, so just made it down to the main lobby here, and as you can tell, everyone's gathering. Had to head off to dinner. Usually the last dinner is kind of like the most over the top, I guess, or at least is the biggest one. So we're all gonna get in shuttles. I think it's like a 10-minute drive away. So obviously I'm gonna bring you guys along with me. The crew rolls deep. I think there's 200 of us here, so should be interesting. What are your thoughts on Sony Kando 2025?
This is my 5th one. It might be one of my favorites yet. It's really good.
It's my 3rd one.
Really?
We've known each other for 3 years. 3.5 years. But yeah, it's been awesome. It's been good. So we're headed to dinner.
I'm going to.
And we'll see how it is. So I'll check in with you guys later. All right, we're here.
Yay!
Dinner time. All right, guys, so stepped away just to have a little closeout to this video. I won't yap too much more. I feel like I did throughout this entire video quite a lot, but to finish off the trip, obviously we're having a very cool kind of last dinner here. Have everyone together, really good food, some fire barbecue. But yeah, just huge shout out again to Sony for having me and putting on such an awesome event for all these creators. Had an amazing time meeting some new faces this trip, reconnecting with some other friends. So yeah, 10 out of 10 experience. So for the rest of the evening, gonna chat with some people, hang out for a bit, and then actually tomorrow morning, waking up at 5 a.m. to pre-order the new iPhones. But just want to say a quick shout out to you guys as well. Thank you for all the continued support. Again, I would not be here if it wasn't for you. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed watching today's video, make sure you drop it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and I'll catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.